Welcome to the most must-see, must-hear podcast in all the land, the Broad Culture Podcast, with your host, as always, John Reed. Joined with us today, me, the redheaded stepchild, Dash Island. We're also joined by William Clements and Caleb Willis. Hello.
Not to fear, for I am here. Okay. So, as Conan Dash says, we are joined by two of the lesser known people here at Broad Culture, Caleb Willis and Will Clements. How y'all doing today?
I'm doing alright. Pretty tired, but doing alright.
Okay.
Calm forever, baby.
Okay. So, who wants to start off with their topic? Okay, Dash, what is your topic?
Hey, so has everyone heard about the new Greta Van Fleet album that came out?
No, I've not, no.
Oh yeah, well their debut album, Anthem of... What?
I said the Led Zeppelin cover band?
Yes.
Basically, there's a Led Zeppelin copy. They're clones. Anyways, their debut album, Anthem of the Peaceful Army, came out, and people are tearing it apart. Basically, Pitchfork was calling it basically an effort where they tried pop for the first time and acted like it was a big deal. And plus, I'm kind of wary because with all the popularity they're getting, they're basically nostalgia porn, and they're getting a little too far ahead of themselves. Because everyone's like, oh, rock is making a comeback. I'm like, rock didn't even go anywhere.
Man, Greta Van Fleet's never really been my cup of tea. I've always just thought they were just trying too hard to be Led Zeppelin, and like, I don't know.
They're okay, but they're never going to be as great as Led Zeppelin.
Well, no, I mean, especially not this day and age either, because everyone's ever heard that kind of thing. Like, you know, like Led Zeppelin was more ahead of the curve. Like Greta Van Fleet just is like rehashing stuff. So like,
yeah,
I like that one song by them, the Highway tune. That's a pretty good song.
Yeah. That's a good one. See, whenever they try too hard to be with the 70s tune and they try to be Led Zeppelin, they're losing their originality. Like whenever they did Highway tune, that was them being themselves, but now they're being pushed way too far into a Led Zeppelin / 70s gimmick, and it's kind of caused me to get turned off from them.
I like their When the Curtain Falls. I like that song.
I'm not a big fan of it.
I like the beat to it. So, other than that, there's... Okay. Will, any thoughts on that? Okay. So...
The instrumentation on it's good, but the lyrics, I do not like.
On the new Greta Van Fleet album?
Yeah. Like, I'm talking about their lead single, When the Curtain Falls.
That sounds a lot like When the Levee Breaks.
That? Well, you're the first person to mention that.
You just, I don't know, like, it just kind of does, you know what I mean?
In a way.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm into the new stuff yet. I've been on the old stuff. A lot of older stuff myself.
Yeah. Who wants to go next with the topic?
Well, I mean, I was just wanting to talk about, have any of y'all got to play the new Red Dead Redemption yet?
I have not.
I heard the storage size is huge.
Yeah, look, it's just not like, this is like what it's at right now. It doesn't see it at times. But like, but like, it's literally been like downloading for 2 hours now. Like, it's ridiculous. It's 2 discs. It's crazy. If you get the disc copy.
I think someone posted that after a day of still downloading, it was at like 30%.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on the internet, but like, I've heard nothing but good things about it. And like, I've been into it. Who's Mike making that noise?
I think it's Will's.
Oh, okay.
Will, try taking your headphones, unplugging your headphones. That might help.
What is it?
Unplug your headphones. It might help you. Yeah,
Is that better?
that is way better.
Oh, that is like way, way better.
Good.
Yeah.
Glad.
Okay. So, Will, you want?
My turn?
Sure.
Okay. I was coming with a life at 30 perspective for our younger viewers and you guys here. Just talking about more of a professional aspect for broad culture, talking about careers. Those of y'all out there, one of the things I want to kind of give y'all a heads up and some advice on when y'all's doing y'all's majors, try to go, one, do something that you enjoy, because work should be enjoyable, definitely. But two, the thing I learned that my teacher tried to tell me I didn't listen to is make sure you get somewhere where you can kind of set yourself up, because one, you'll need that experience, and two, getting into a company early and moving up is the easiest way out here to kind of get through things. I've been, lucky to have a lot of some good jobs, some not so, well-paying, etc. jobs.
Good will.
Miss. The degree is not enough without the experience. To get the experience, you got to get your foot in the door, and the easy way to get your foot in the door is when you do your internships or shadowing or whatever. Make those connections. But they can connect you to people, they can connect you to people, or they'll give you a chance usually. And then you've got smooth sailing from there. Everybody I dealt with, my peers that are doing well, usually they're with the company that they did their shadowing with or started working for early. They just sprung board from there. Just a little 30-year-old perspective for you 20 and teens out there trying to make it.
So, going off of that, Kayla, I don't know if you noticed, if you seen it in the group chat, but me and Hal's were training to become wrestlers.
Yeah, no, I knew how it was because I went to a UWA event back, not this past one, but the one the month before.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw him there, and I was like, I was like, what's up, dude? I was asking what he was doing there and everything, and he said that he's training to become, he's training. So, and I didn't know you were, John. When'd you start?
I started 2 months ago, but I didn't get to do the full thing due to work. But on last
month, are you getting trained by like Rocky Rage and all of them?
Yes.
All right, they're good trainers, dude. They train like a bunch of my friends, and like, I mean, they all turned out really well. So I mean, you're in good hands.
Yeah. So after that, I have decided where I'm going to grad school, and that is going to be at Full Sail University. So I'll be go to NXT whenever they do their tapings and stuff, and I will potentially be a writer for NXT through the Full Sail program.
Oh man, that sounds great, dude. That's what I want to do.
So
God, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome, man. Follow y'all's passion, guys. Follow y'all's passion. I love that. Love that for you, John. You and Hal.
Yeah. So the wrestling thing that kind of leads into my first topic is Roman Reigns. We found out that he had leukemia on Monday, and he's relinquished his Universal title. Us here at Broad Culture, we will be the first to admit that we did not like the character of Roman Reigns, not one bit.
No.
But like anyone else, we will also be the first to admit that we don't hate Joe Anoa'i. We hate his character that he's forced to portray. So
he as a person is a great person.
yes. So what I think will be a good thing to do is for us to go around and say our favorite Roman Reigns moment to show support for Joe Anoa'i. So
well, I'll start out with that. I mean, I think his booking was his main problem. Like, I don't think that Roman's a bad wrestler at all. I don't think he's bad on the mic. He's decent on the mic, but I mean, his matches are, pretty great. And I always thought he's a great wrestler. It's just his bookings what kept him back. But for me, like, my favorite moment of his career was his match against AJ Styles from Extreme Rules 2016. That was just amazing. And that I still think that's the best match we've ever had today. Like, I mean, so that's going to be that for me, easily. And another one of my favorite moments of his was, I mean, of course, his debut match with the Shield against Team Hell No and Ryback. That was awesome. So yeah, those are probably my two favorite moments of his career.
Dash, your favorite?
I think it was during one of the times, I think after the Greatest Royal Rumble, whenever he was continuing his feud with Brock, and he was so angry, he was doing his promo work. I think whenever he's talking about kicking ass and whatnot, I think that's whenever I really like Roman Reigns.
My favorite Roman Reigns moment is in 2014, whenever he broke the record for the most eliminations in the Royal Rumble, and had that standoff with Batista in the final two, and the entire arena's chanting, it was hoping that Roman would win. So I think that probably is my favorite Roman Reigns moment. Will, you got a favorite Roman Reigns moment?
My favorite Roman Reigns moment was actually a moment where I was excited, but he didn't come out on top. It was when he was fighting Brock, and he was getting worn out, and he came back on him, and he was about to win, and then Seth cashed in on him, you know what I mean? Just him hanging in there and coming back was amazing, and then the whole journey trying to, get back on top, man. I really respect his work ethic and his hustle and his I'm going to be me and do it my way attitude. I think in life more people need that kind of attitude. Just be yourself, I'm not the most charismatic. I'm not the most athletic or built like you want me to be built, but you know what? I'm still going to do me and get to where I want to be. And he made it, you know what I mean? He made it, so that was cool.
Yeah. Another really moment that I think was underrated from his career was the promo that he cut after WrestleMania 33, where
he beat The Undertaker
in the ring for like 10 minutes and just fans and just soaked it all in, and then said, "This is my yard now," and left. That was amazing.
It was grade A. It was grade A.
That was almost as bad as Cena like One Night Stand 2006. Like, just crazy heat.
Yeah. Another one of my favorite moments was the build-up to No Mercy 2017, whenever he was promoing with John Cena for the match.
Yeah, that was great.
So, Dash, you got another topic you said?
Yeah. But I forgot I had like 3 different topics, but I think I'll limit myself to 2 because I know that one of our topics will be discussed in this podcast.
Okay.
But anyways, the second one I had in mind is like, now I know that John has seen it, but Caleb, have you ever seen My Hero Academia?
Wait, what?
Have you ever seen My Hero Academia?
I don't think so, no.
Oh, it's so good. I just finished season 3.
We know that's the reason why we didn't start the podcast at 9 o'clock. So what is your topic?
Well, the topic is basically just My Hero Academia.
Okay, so for Will and Caleb, I will give you the quick rundown of My Hero Academia. It is basically it's kind of like an anime version of the MCU, but 80% of the world population has superpowers. 20% does not. We follow a journey of a kid that does not have superpowers, but he gets superpowers, and it's his journey to become the greatest hero. That is My Hero Academia. So,
there's a funny video where the role model for the main character, who is All Might, instead of having his usual voice from the series, it's actually Johnny Bravo. It's hilarious.
I sent that video to the group chat in case y'all seen that. So
I'm gonna hit a home run today.
Anyways, other than me, me and you are the only ones that's seen this Dash. We know that you love it already because you brought it up. I like it, of course, because I introduced it to you. So let's get on to another topic that everyone can be involved in. So, back into wrestling. What is your thoughts about how WWE has not give enough attention to WWE Evolution? They barely promote it on Raw or SmackDown. NXT was the only one that had like a decent video package for Evolution.
I mean, I haven't watched Raw or SmackDown in a few weeks, so I really can't comment on it, but that really doesn't surprise me. I mean, I mean, they really screwed up with the main event, man. I really don't think it should have been Nikki and Ronda. I mean, it should have been Asuka and Ronda or something, like, I mean, because I don't know. I mean, I really don't want to see Nikki Bella on the main event. And after Ronda totally, like, destroyed her on Raw, like, with, like, I remember the shit out of her when she talked about Cena. That was just, like, I mean, I don't know. But, I mean, I haven't watched the show in weeks, so I really can't comment on that. But, I mean, it's probably just because, I don't know. I mean, the WWE's never been really good with, like, I mean, they're still new at handling the women's division. This is a brand new thing for them, and I mean, they probably just aren't used to, putting a video package together for an all-women's pay-per-view. I mean, it's just not, it's not really their thing.
So, off of that, I want to say, it has came out that Evolution was legit just a PR thing to make Stephanie McMahon look better. So.
No, but I wouldn't be surprised. That sounds.
What if she ends up winning that battle royale?
Oh God.
She said there's a possibility that she'll show up in it.
Her husband had taught her well if that happens. I mean, that's Triple H. That's Triple H for you, right there. So.
From what I know is that with the Nikki versus Ronda match, we all know that that's like a match that's supposed to gain popularity because you got Ronda, who is already instantly popular. There's Nikki, who has been there through the years, but some people actually think that WWE would put the title on Nikki, but I don't think that would be good because Nikki comes from the Divas era, which was kind of horrible in my opinion, and the purpose of Evolution is to encompass what the women's division is supposed to be now and in the future, and I think they should keep it with Ronda. Plus, if they're going to build up to a 4 horsewomen versus 4 horsewomen match between WWE and UFC, they should keep the title on Ronda for now.
Mm-hmm. I agree
and
with
then
that.
give it to someone more deserving.
Will, any thoughts?
Yeah, I got a question for you. I don't have a thought on that because I haven't been keeping up with everything. But I have a general question since you all have kind of took the torch from me as being, fans that are keeping up with it week in and week out. Do you feel, just in general, because I haven't kept up, but I know I felt this way kind of when I was started watching a little less. Do you feel, one, the roster is underutilized and mismatched, and two, do you feel like the storylines aren't as in-depth and developed as they could be versus back in the day when it was at its peak?
I mean, absolutely. I mean, the other day I was watching a Raw from like 1998 or 1999, and man, it's just totally different ball game. And I don't blame the wrestlers themselves. I don't blame the talent. The talent's there. I mean, the roster's stacked. They probably have more people than they need, but for some reason the writers just, I don't know. It's just they're not as creative as they once were. I mean, the storylines are not as great. I mean,
Right now, the only good storylines we have right now is the Charlotte Becky Lynch angle, and if they can pull it off, Dean versus Seth. Mm-hmm. But I get the feeling that Vince is going to screw that up whenever it was looking good whenever Dean finally turned heel, but I do get the feeling that it's going to make Dean look weak as all hell.
So
maybe.
Right now, WWE has the the most I don't know the word for it, but the best roster out of any era. Because think about it, you got Prince Devitt, Finn Balor, you got Bray Wyatt, you got the Hardy Boys, you have Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, unfortunately out due to cancer-related reasons. You still got Brock Lesnar, Braun Strowman. You have this AJ fucking Styles. You have fucking AJ Styles, which makes your roster go from here to here, just for having him on that roster.
Yeah.
The problem is that they built the entire company around one person, while like in the Attitude Era, because in the Attitude Era you had Austin, Taker, Angle, Triple H, Kane to an extent as your top guys. Like all of them were like almost on equal levels as
Mick Foley.
Mick Foley.
Yes.
There's like your main event scene wasn't just, oh, these are our top guys. They're like they're guys that could appear on a sitcom series and like everyone would be like, oh, they're WWE guys, I know where they're from. Where today even Roman Reigns can appear on The Big Bang Theory, and it's like who's that? Stories are not propelling anyone, not even Roman Reigns, to have a chance to break through into the pop culture. So no one in the company is benefiting from any storyline at all.
No, right. Right about that.
Yeah. So
I miss and I love back then. Sometimes in that year, WrestleMania wasn't even the best pay-per-view. You know what I mean? There's some years Armageddon was the best pay-per-view top to bottom. There's some years No Way Out was the best pay-per-view top to bottom. You know, they had a mixture of stories. They had a mixture of crisscross and people that could match up and entertain you. And the storylines were so interesting and fresh and new. I mean, we live in, a time right now where there's enough going on. You can be creative. We have the most probably connected and creative world out there potentially. And I know there's people out there that can write stories. You guys can write stories. You know what I mean? Me and my friend used to write stories when we played the video games better than what we were watching sometimes. So I know there's creative people out there that they can hire to do this if it's getting stale because of the writers.
That's legit my hobby, just to write
I can see
storylines.
potential in that it's using.
I mean, it just feels like everything's just so, like, flat these days, you know what I mean? Like, back in the day when you watched the show, it was like, you got this feeling and you're like, oh man, something crazy could happen tonight. And when you tune into Raw now, it's just like, oh, I'm watching Raw, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, I mean, you couldn't expect anything back then, you know what I mean? Like, and I'm not saying, like, Vince Russo was a great writer or anything, but I mean, like...
You did not know what he was going to do.
I mean, I haven't... When he was with Vince and had Vince as a filter, I mean, it was great, but... And they can't use it. Like, I like how Vince likes it. I mean, on the Stone Cold podcast a few years ago, when he was like, well, I don't think anyone in the locker room I don't think people want to reach the brass ring anymore. I mean, how can you when you have that many limitations? I mean, wrestlers can't even write their own promos these days.
They can't even speak their opinions backstage without
It's like
winning.
ridiculous, like the Dogs of War crap.
I mean, it's ridiculous. Totally ridiculous.
I just think, personally, the times I've caught up with y'all and watched it, some of the matches are so, like, these guys steal the show, but the story building up to it didn't get you hype, or they had a story that was good and the match was flat. Back then, you had both. Rock Austin, it was going to get crazy until the match, you knew the match would be good. The Triple H, Taker, whatever, you knew it was going to be good, but they had interesting stories, too. So it held your interest for 1 month, 2 months. They didn't drag it out 6 months, a year, you know what I mean? Yeah. They kept mixing it up, kept you entertained. Now it seems like I can go away and I can come back and, Steph's still having problems with Dean, you know what I mean, last year or whatever. And it's like 8 months later and I've been gone,
Also,
it was crazy.
I know back in the Attitude Era, it's like 1 month it could be a feud between Rock and Taker for the title. Then the next month somebody will come in and distract Taker, and Rock will fight somebody else at the next pay-per-view, and Undertaker will fight this person. But eventually they will meet back up and continue that feud. Like, it doesn't have to be...
Long-term book.
Yes.
Which WWE doesn't do anymore. They don't do well anyway.
Yes. Which is sad.
Mm-hmm.
So, this is... I got a topic that we can talk about. WWE involvement in Saudi Arabia. What's your all's thoughts on that?
I mean, they backed themselves into a hole they can't get out of. They've really screwed up there. I mean, they killed, didn't I mean, after I found out about that journalist, like, didn't they? Because they killed some journalists there.
Yes.
Right? The Saudi Arabian government.
Yeah.
And they like tortured him, and then they killed. Yeah, I mean, it's horrible. Like,
They found his body parts, last week.
and I'm worried for Kane, man, Glenn Jacobs, because he's a mayor in Tennessee right now. He's a political figure,
Yes.
and they're gonna get a smear campaign on his ass like ASAP. I mean, he's in trouble. He needs to. I don't know why he's ruffled.
He could get impeached.
I mean, they might. I mean, that's the problem. And he's in the main event.
Yeah. What I feel about Crown Jewel is, like, I'm not a big fan of them doing all these shows in Saudi Arabia, because one thing that's known is that a place like Saudi Arabia isn't exactly as progressive as we are. Hell, they don't even allow women to participate in matches like the Greatest World Rumble, and I'm kind of against that because, I believe, because the women kind of surpass the men on WWE's roster right now when it comes to their talent. And there's also a thing that it's kind of taken away from WWE. Like, they're paying more attention to the money from Saudi Arabia than from the fans. Like, I kind of like the idea of them going to Melbourne, Australia, getting more around the world, but if they keep going back to Saudi Arabia, that's going to pose some problems with the fans.
So, the Greatest Royal Rumble itself made more money than WrestleMania in the last few years. So,
I mean, they have a large market there. I mean,
yes.
I don't blame them for going. They're making money. I mean, but
I would have either change the dates or change the location for Crown Jewel and go back after the political turmoil that they're in right now subsides and continue their deal with Saudi Arabia. But
I mean, they really need to get out of that, man. But I mean, I don't think. I mean, they probably will. I mean, I have a feeling this will probably be their last show there because
they have a 10-year deal.
Yeah, I know, but they could terminate it, but then they'd be owing them millions of dollars. I mean, it'd be bad for them. So I don't know. I mean, Vince is obviously a good businessman, so I'm sure he'll make some kind of decision. But if he's wanting to stay clear of negative publicity, I'd terminate it right now. I would.
Okay, so does anyone have any topics they want to talk about before we get into the questions?
I had some.
Okay. Let's got Dash.
Well, for one, I decided to make another episode of Dash's called my solo podcast, which I've yet to decide what the next topic will be, but I know that one of the next episodes...
Stop self-promoting.
Hey, I've done this before. Spencer will be on the next episode with me. If any of you guys want to join in for a future episode, you can. I know that John joined in my recent episode, which is called Light Turner Eats Ass, which is a big ol' episode about anime. And then,
what is the topic?
What?
What is the topic that you're proposing?
I was just putting in some self-promotion
here. Bitch!
My solo podcast.
Fuck you.
We're plugging. Hey, if those UWA stars can plug in their channels...
I mean, it's an interview. You're legit self-promoting on your own fucking channel.
Well, we gotta get more views on the different videos.
Okay.
Well,
Caleb, Will, do you have any topics before we go into questions?
I mean, yeah. No, I mean, not really. I mean, I was just wanting to ask. I mean, I don't think you guys really keep up with New Japan much, do you?
I try to.
No, not really.
Well, like, I mean, have you heard about how the Elite's like broken away from the Bullet Club
Yes.
and they're not doing it anymore? Well, what do you think of that, John? I mean, do you think that they're gonna? I mean, I don't think they're going to WWE. I think people who say that are stupid. But I mean, if we're gonna play some, I mean, I think they might just break out on their own faction, probably.
Yeah.
That's probably just
Well,
gonna happen.
the reason why that their New Japan doesn't classify the Elite as part of the Bullet Club now is because they don't know. They probably won't go to WWE, but in case they do go to WWE, it's not that Bullet Club going to WWE, it's the Elite going to WWE.
Yeah.
Just to try to save face a bit. So that's that.
And didn't Cody say he's working up the rest of his days with Ring of Honor?
I think that's what he said. Yeah, but
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if they're going to start their own promotion or what.
that's the rumor.
That's what I'm thinking.
The Young Bucks, Cody, Chris Jericho, and I think Don Callis is going to start a promotion. Which, if so, that's going to be a good promotion that could rival for the number 2 or 3 spot in America.
Yeah. I mean, I hope they still have a partnership with New Japan, though. You know, I mean, like,
If they don't go to WWE, that they're going to keep their
I can tell what they're trying to do. They're trying to get all like the non-WWE companies together, like Impact, Ring of Honor, and they're going to bring them into the NWA. I think that's what they want to do. They want to make new territories. That's what I think, anyway.
Yeah. So TNA Impact has entered a working relationship with WWE now. So.
That's news to me.
Yeah. So. This is mostly, I think, going good towards whenever WWE announced that they're going to do the tier system for the WWE Network, and one of those indie shows that they said will be available on the network will be the Impact library from the NWA Asylum to current Impact. So.
Oh, please. That'd be awesome.
I know, right?
Okay. I really wish they put the whole TNA like stuff on the network. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. That's, I think, what the plan is, because I know the current plan is for the Old Progress, all those Old Evolve, all the indie promotions that are in a working relationship with WWE are to be like their libraries to go onto the WWE Network. So I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
So, Dash, do you have a question?
Yeah, you can get back to me on that.
Okay, Will, you got a question.
Thoughts on college athletes getting paid versus the free education they already get? I have this debate with a lot of people, and I've heard this debate a lot, and I've never, as you guys being in college, wonder your opinion on that. It don't matter what sport. I'm talking all sports across the board, not just football, basketball. But just in general, should college athletes get paid since they're making money for the school, or is the free education enough?
Yeah, I have mixed feelings on that. You know, like I don't feelings on it. Go ahead, Connor. I'm sorry. Or Dash.
That's alright. I mean, it kind of used to be that I thought that to just simply give them a free education will be enough, but I actually have a class with a person who's one of the football players, and they do a crap ton of work that it does kind of interfere per se, and if they don't have a dorm, I mean, then it would be kind of reasonable that they get paid a little bit, as there's like a certain incentive to like keep from either quitting or like failing classes. So
They should get
It's
minimum
kind of-
wage. You know what I mean? Like, they shouldn't get paid in any astronomical amount of number, but I think
they're
minimum
not
wage-
astronomical, but this ain't pro football.
No. I mean, like, minimum wage, I mean, that'd help them out just fine. I mean, I can live all fine with a minimum wage job, and like that would really help them out. So, I mean, I'm all for it. As long as
I
they're
mean, they
not
kind of
getting
get paid
paid
because football is a major draw.
Oh, it is. Well, not as big as it used to be with the whole concussion thing going on.
Mm.
It still is.
Okay. Dash, do you have a question now? I think that's a no.
Oh, I got one. Have you guys heard about the new Disturbed album, Evolution?
I've heard about it. Haven't listened to any of it though. I don't really listen to Disturbed anymore, but I've heard about it.
I've listened to 2 songs off it called "Are You Ready" and "A Reason to Fight." So far, from what I've heard, it's pretty good.
Reason to Fight it's my second favorite Disturbed song, right behind The Sound of Silence.
Sound of Silence.
So
I haven't heard it. I haven't listened to it because I love Disturbed. I haven't really heard anything they've done that I haven't liked. You know what I mean? So I have to catch up with that. Definitely, if they got a new album out. Does Five Finger Death Punch have a new one too?
Yeah, it's called "Injustice for None."
yeah. They're having a concert in December right after my birthday.
Yeah, are y'all going? Are y'all going to that?
I'm
No,
probably
Okay.
will.
I'm going to the Shinedown concert on February 25th, I think.
Yeah, I'm probably going to go to that fight because I'm not a big Five Finger Death Punch fan, but I do like Breaking Benjamin. I love Breaking Benjamin, so I'll be going there to see them definitely.
So, are you going to get tickets to stand or in the seat to seat?
Oh, when I go to the show?
Yeah.
It depends on what the money situation is. You know what I mean? Like.
Well, from what I know is that ticket prices are the same all around, but for music. But usually general admission is like $70, but a far back bleacher seat is about $60.
Okay. So my question: if you can eat any Pokemon, what would it be?
Oh God, we already had this conversation.
If you can eat any Pokemon,
Pokemon?
any Pokemon you will.
We already had this conversation.
You don't have to kill the Pokemon, but you would eat the Pokemon. You can fry it, you can barbecue it, you can eat it raw. I don't give a shit. But what Pokemon would you want to eat?
I'm gonna be honest, man. I really don't know much about Pokemon. You know, I never really played it. But I'd probably eat like what's the one that's like it's like a flower or a leaf or something like that.
It is Sunflora.
Yeah, I'd probably eat whatever that thing is because I mean, you know, it's kind of like a vegetable and that seems like to be like the most edible thing there. I don't want to be
Are
eating
you
like
a
some,
vegan
I don't
killer?
want to be eating like some unknown meat. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to get sick or nothing. So yeah.
Are you a vegan, Caleb? Because you already vape.
No, I'm actually not a vegan kind of. Thank you though.
I know. I'm just messing with you.
I know. No, I'm not.
I'm eating whichever Pokemon the chicken, and I'll take it any way y'all prepare it. I ain't gonna lie.
So
Well, just
combustion.
let me know.
Deep fried.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Dash, what Pokemon would you eat?
I've already told John this before, but I'd probably eat Meowth. But no.
Meowth. He's gonna eat the pussy.
Whatever.
He's eating pussy. That is his choice. I am eating Tauros, the bull Pokemon. I am just going to fry it up as a steak. Yeah. Anybody else got a question? No question. Okay then. So, let's round this podcast out with what is your favorite movie?
Favorite what?
Your favorite movie?
That's hard. That's really hard.
Favorite movie
Favorite movie
of all time?
of all time? Yes.
The Lion King is the greatest movie ever made, in my opinion.
Yeah, I feel that.
Huh?
The cast, the acting voices, the storyline, the humor, the music. Oh my God, I love Lion King. I still watch-
It is
I
the
might watch that
prequel.
again
It
right
is
now.
the
Y'all got me
prequel
excited
to
about that.
Black Panther.
Guys. Isn't it ironic how Simba is just crying whenever Mufasa dies after you literally just sang a song all about wanting to be king and how you can't wait?
Why you gotta bring up Mufasa right now? Why you gotta bring that up right now?
Yeah.
That's sensitive. That's sensitive to me after 30 years. Okay, long live the king and his brother. You know what? I'm not gonna ruin the movie for y'all that ain't seen it. Watch the movie. Watch it. Don't watch live action. Watch the original Lion King.
Yeah,
Sorry, I ain't trying to give a rant. My
I
apologies.
used to watch The Lion King all the time when I was a kid, and it's a great movie. I mean, I haven't watched it in a while, but it's been a while. But I mean, it's pretty good. But my favorite movie of all time. That's a really difficult question because I mean I like a bunch of movies, but I probably have to say The Shining. I don't know if you've ever seen that, but that's probably my favorite movie. Yeah, I'd say so. Any Stanley Kubrick movie I'm gonna like, but The Shining is probably his best. Deadpool.
Y'all gonna be disappointed in me. I've never seen The Shining.
Nah, man, you gotta see it. It's on Netflix right now, right?
Here's my favorite movie, Deadpool. I fucking love this movie with all my heart.
Yeah.
I love it
I also
all my
like
heart
Friday.
and all my
That's
dick.
my other favorite movie. Yeah, too. I like Friday.
No, Friday's
Go with that thing all day.
I've seen that.
My favorite movie, I've actually got two that are tied for number one. And those two are Oh Brother, Where Art Thou and Euro Trip.
Yes, Euro Trip is funny.
Scotty,
I've seen Oh Brother. I heard it's good too.
Okay. So, with that is the end of the Broad Culture Podcast. From Caleb, from Will, from Conan. That is the end of the podcast. Thank you all for listening. And until next time, we'll be seeing you.